Hello everybody, my name is Archer and welcome back to Donk-Zone. On today's episode we're checking out a game called Frontiers of the Mind. This is a weird CD-ROM point-and-click horror thing that came out. Apparently it came out, according to the page, like 81 days ago, but there's like barely any reviews on it or anything. It opens in this tiny window, like this big, tiny window. And, I don't know, I guess we're gonna find out. Oh, is my window capture going to... Yeah, I guess you're stuck with this now. You see what I see. Time is not accurate, but... Okay, that's cool. What about... Yeah, okay. Really quickly, I want to point out that my computer, it turns into an eye. I don't know if that means anything, but it looks like it turns into an eye when we do that. -1 interactive. Frontiers of the Mind. Dude, a CD-ROM! Oh my god! Oh. I see. Between 1987 and 1994, the British network Channel 7 broadcasted 112 episodes of the TV game show Maze Masters, an interactive adventure targeting younger audiences. Produced by Third Eye Pictures Studio during 8 seasons, Maze Masters... Oh, during 8 seasons? Okay. Was an adventure role-playing game staging groups of teenagers trapped inside a castle. What is this? That's like music. I can't fiddle with that, for the record. Bertram the Dungeon Master selected the adventurer who had put in a helmet, partially blinded. In theory, the contestant could only see their feet and nothing of the world. 3 companions helped them from afar. Only these companions could see the rooms and the trials. Every episode followed the same pattern, although the riddles and settings could change. Only some parts of the show aired. Different sections of the CD-ROM explore the format and backstage of the show. I love the commitment to a real point-and-click. As somebody who played point-and-clicks growing up, like old CD-ROM point-and-clicks, this is phenomenally made already. The idea is to shed a new light on strange events which have been revealed afterwards. The names and last names of all the persons involved were changed and faces digitally transformed. 5 years after the end of the show, the truth about the mystery surrounding the Third Eye Pictures activities have not yet been verified. Therefore, we wish to protect the anonymity of the persons involved. Interesting. Players, the Bristol kids. Casting. Children chosen to take part of the show. First, they had to send a cover letter, give a certain number of details such as school reports, hobbies, sports, medical, food intolerances. Application was accepted via a standard letter. The kids were invited to go to the closest audition. Your son, daughter should attend for the duration of the address. April 1992. Okay. Introduced to the show writer, members of the crew, casting directors would have them pass an intuition test. Gansfield Protocol. Huh? Gansfield Protocol. Okay. Kids had to take a telepathy test? Huh. As a funny session, and apparently they never realized they were taking a cognitive test. Wait, what was that? No, take it back. No, I'm trying to read that. E. Something about E. E. Likelihood the kids' roles during the show are determined by the results of those tests. Child with the lowest results was assigned to wear the helmet. Oh. I can't... Something about the brain fusing. Like, there are people there, if you can see them. Like a cognitive split or something. Huh. The Dungeon Master. Bertram was the main figure in the adventure. I love the music in this. The music is awesome. Help players when they needed assistance to make the journey. There's healthy challenges. I wonder if any of these images... With the compression, these look like real images, but... I hope they're real images. And they're not doing, like, AI bullshit, but it looks like they put in the effort for all this. He's the only judge entitled to decide. Wearing an earpiece. Iconic character. He knew nothing about Third Eye doings. Bertram got himself noticed for other reasons. Several letters of the complaint were sent to migraines and headaches. Ugh. Ugh, I hate this, like, digital, like... Ugh. We perform Bertram's stare during the final shot of the episodes. Hypnotical and terrifying. Several adults having similar reactions while watching. Only character who was never replaced during the 8 seasons of the show. Oh no, take us back. Hold on. No, you're not gonna hit me with that. Ha. Controversy. Children seem delighted. Audience ratings were among the best of the channel, and the show even won several prizes, thanks notably to the wonderful work of the writers' crew and of the artists in charge of the show's artistic direction. Yeah, if this were a real show, the art direction looks rad, but like, see, look, this dude's actually making like a real puppet. I wonder, oh man, they were always so subtle and well designed that there was never any suspicion with experimental protocols. Yeah, that's menacing. Yeah, that's straight up menacing. Kids would receive a certificate on which was written a text supposed to cleanse the different parapsychic suggestions they'd been exposed to. Though we do not know the exact number of accidents which occurred, 2 of them have been certified. First one involves prototype number 2. A version of the helmet made it possible to show the adventurer's mental health in real time. Thanks to the captors, or capacitors maybe, connected to the pulse and the back of the kid's eye. Well, hold on. Back of the kid's eye? A face which would change color according to the stress levels of the player. Is this like inserted? Okay. I can't tell if it's like where you wear the helmet, right? They're not doing any like surgeries. You're not sticking a probe behind a kid's actual physical eyeball, right? Oh my god. Okay, maybe they were. Okay, maybe they were. During one episode, the face suddenly turned into something gruesome, the skin peeling off of its own until there was nothing left but a sinister skull. I'm so evil. Look, I'm evil. The kid wearing the helmet started to cry. Okay, the writing here is a little... It's a little rough. It reads like a ARG spooky horror instead of somebody like, actually writing this down in like a dictation, but honestly, it's fine. It's nothing too crazy. Just the occasional like, Kid wearing the helmet started to cry uncontrollably, and the episode had to be stopped in order to remove the device from the helmet. The second incident is even more striking, and apparently was not related to the helmet itself, since no particular device had been integrated during this episode. In the course of the discussion with the jester, the player suddenly had an important nosebleed beneath the helmet. The so-called nosebleed episode turned out to be the starting point of problems related to the gesture. See Jester Incident. Here. Okay. Jester Incident. We'll look for that next. Contestants around 14. Protocols. Players were supposed to... It took several years. Biology and math. They skipped several years. Element is that these young people did not know each other before the show, and they did not keep in touch in any particular way after the shooting. 4 former contestants were invited together and by chance to the prize-giving ceremony to the mathematics award, and connected the dots. Ultimately involved some speculations. Okay, this is... So, this is... Okay. This is a universe with psychics. This is a universe with psychic games where you can just kind of make people psychics. I assume they're trying to make people psychics. So the Bristol kids were all normal-ass kids who didn't keep in touch, who happened to all just become mathematical geniuses, who happened to all be on the same show, and only made the connection later. Let's check out characters. Allies, enemies, the Jester Incident, and cast turnover. Let's go to allies. Several allies. In addition to the Dungeon Master, they could rely on the assistance of Maldor the Chamberlain. Maldor the Chamberlain! He could be prankish and slightly terrifying, but he never refused to help. Easily identifiable by his red gown and a crown of white hair. There's this like, pentagram in the back that's very obviously, like, clear for us to notice, so that's probably something important. I don't know if we're actually going to even dive into any of the spooky. Never clearly explained how she arrived here. Oop. Cora the Sentinel, mercenary from the marshes surrounding the castle. Gwen the Apothecary, or Gerwin, mischievous and Crimson Princess, Bearer of the Crystal Rings. The character list is still long. Meldevish the Groom, Keeper of the Dragon's Eyes, King Khan's Servant, Bagat the Innkeeper, Oswald, King Khan's Counselor, Salkus the Shapeshifter Elf. We do not know any of his other forms. Okay. And Murden the Wizard, descendant of the first Druid. He's the only character who could bring a contestant back to life. Wait. You guys notice the quit button changing when I thumb through these? Like right here. Weird. Why does it changes more red depending on how much red is actually in the scene. I don't like that. And wait, does that say enemies? Like with two N's? Yeah, enemies. Human-shaped antagonists are listed. Wait, in this section, only the human-shaped antagonists? Lord Fear. Lord Fear. Oops. Sadistic henchman blindly serving his dark ambitions. Queen Nargal. And then the Jester. As Season 4 and new enemies would appear in the show. Okay. Oh. Hello. I see. So it's purposefully misspelled here. Yeah. I was trying to see if there's anything tangible there. Ugh. Cast turnover. Ugh. Actors got lost in their roles. I love the fact that they use the idea of editing over people's faces to protect them. Oh. It's gonna be spooky, but listen to that. Dun 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 dun. Nice. It's like a Doom MIDI. Watan the Wizard set his garage on fire while trying to find the Philosopher's Stone. Oh, I can't go back. Except for a few rare exceptions, most of the actors refuse to keep their roles. Most common one was related to catering on the set, presence of something in the meat. What the fuck? There's like so many little bits here of, okay, so that we have psychic mind manipulation, meat horror, and cast turnover that's causing people to think they are the characters, but we have genuine psychic influence too. So we don't just have, here's a psychic spooky demon. We have, here's a psychic spooky demon that I'm telling you about, and here's an actual psychic spooky demon. Weird. Jester incident. Oh. I don't like how all the photos of him are, like, watching us. Okay. We're gonna have to go back to that. Actually, let's go players really quick, and was it in controversies? I wanna see if there's anything about... There was something about the Jester at one point. Nosebleed. I wanna see if there's anything... See the Jester incident. No. I like these cards in the background. They look important. Experiments? More. Theories, archives, network. This is, like, insane. How has nobody touched it? Lethal rooms? Okay, hold on. Wait, what is the significance of the north-south? But it's inverted. Weird. Weird. N-O... Nope, is what the Enigma Room says. I don't know, I feel like there has to be something to all of this. Like, it's a point-and-click adventure. We're just, like... I just hope it's not super esoteric where I have to, like, dive into super hard to try and figure this out. Enigma Rooms. Oh, that's cool. Although there are many dangerous rooms and maze masters, the adventurers could take a break in some of them. The first ones were called Enigma rooms, and they were all sorts. Math, riddles, brain teasers, rebus puzzles, or anagrams. In these rooms, the 3 assistant players could be particularly useful. Batchroom would only give clues if the team manifested signs of weakness. Encounter rooms? Rooms where the bearer of the helmet could meet a character or peaceful creature. This is actually a really, like, okay, cut the psychic bullshit for a second. This sounds like a really cool idea for a kid's TV show. Like, actually. Like, I'd watch this. This sounds rad. Like, honestly. Enigma room could serve as an encounter. Well, there's the Jester. That looks kind of like the Jester helmet thing we saw earlier, so... Empty rooms were very rare but could still be found, mistaken for rooms inhabited by the wall monsters. Although they could offer a short break, they were neglected by the adventurers who never stayed there for long. Some say that they felt uncomfortable in those rooms, while others would explicitly speak of fear they inspired in them. The most common emotion mentioned by the contestants is the feeling of unbearable melancholia. What, liminal space? That's kind of like a vague liminal space hint in terms of, like, not necessarily of, like, oh, the game is liminal, but I mean, that's what that is. It's a liminal space. That seems to be similar of what people identify those as, so interesting. The contestants said that they could experience emotions of an old person on the verge of death. Some of them would feel regrets and remorse for notions they couldn't explain. The production eventually stopped using those empty rooms due to the players' negative feedback. However, some of those rooms never ceased to appear. In spite of this decision, triggering a wave of panic and confusion among the production crew. How do they keep showing up? Healing rooms? Healing rooms were rather rare, but appreciated when they appeared. They gave adventurers a few precious health points, and without, some teams would have probably failed. In addition, items from the choice trial could provide some health points. Interesting. Lastly, the adventure players could also receive some bonus points according to the number of health points remaining at the end of the journey. Okay. It's weird how it's both gamified and a little, like, questionable on what we're actually viewing here. Because of the whole psychic influence, there's like a whole new layer of horror of, is any of this actually real? And if so, how real does something have to be before you consider it real? Let me posit a question without the funky music in the background. Let me posit a question. If everyone on the studio is perceiving something as real, and the effects of it are practically physical and that you can feel specific ways in things you normally would not be able to experience at all, would you consider that real? That's kind of where we're getting to here is, I think the empty rooms so far, if they're showing up like that, they have to not be real. They have to be a collective hallucination, but at the same time, they were filmed, so I don't know. Lethal rooms. Ugh. Bomb rooms. Some rooms contained huge bombs set up by Lord Fear's henchmen. Oh, Jesus, just hit the kid with the comic bomb. That's fine. If a player stepped inside... Oh, that's the skull! That's the skull dimension one! 30 seconds to guide them towards the exit. Huh. The bomb exploded and the game was locked. Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold on. That kid just dead? Or did they just kill a kid, like, instantaneously? Oh my god. Night rooms? The night rooms were rare. The bearer of the helmet had to find a way to cunningly escape the wrath of enemies. Galahad appeared in one of those rooms. So far, production crews asserted how they still know how the statue displayed in the headquarters hall had appeared or what mechanism brought it to life. Even the contestants' injuries were harmless. They were harmless injury? You can't even... Dude, it's a night. Trap rooms. Bomb room. Player had to follow their friend's indications to escape. Circular saws tied to pendulums. Huge gaps in the ground. Okay, this is a little... Number of threats failed. Player would lose health points. Game over if they reach 0 health. There's the skull again with the eyes. No incident was reported from those rooms during the show. What are we looking at? Is this like the Pompeii, the thing that looks like bodies falling into hell? Is that like a draw over of that? I can kind of see it. Random rooms. Huh. Looked more or less like normal rooms that only feature what set them apart was the apparition of specific enemies in those rooms. The only random room which could be recorded off-air was containing the pit brain, as it was called by those who mentioned it. Nonetheless, they were unable to describe their interactions with the entity. Interesting. I like how the pit brain is the only one there. It's just, we already saw trap rooms. Okay. Let's check out color rooms. Green rooms was particularly distinctive. The contestant stepped in one of them, they had to roll the dice, and the dice itself would appear in the room. Remember, they can't see anything either, so they're just standing here. Okay. Once the dice rolled, it turned into a kind of portal emerging in the room. It was actually a gate that would take the player to another part of the castle, and the exact location decided by the dice result. Mechanism appeared in several episodes. During one episode in Season 3, the portal apparently opened a gateway to a dark and terrifying dimension. This place was systematically called the Dark Place by all contestants who came back from it. The incident happened twice during Seasons 6 and 8. Feeling... Also, one thing I appreciate, I know it's unintentional with the VHS filter, but actually it might be intentional. No, I think it's unintentional, but frightening almost looks like it's actually scared. With the VHS filter, it looks like the text is wiggling, genuinely, and I think that's cute. Sudden, frightening existential dread followed them into the last scene of the adventure, Sea Healing Room. The contestant who went to the farthest point in the heart of this dimension found what would seem to be a watchtower. He mentioned a dreadful presence overlooking from the tower, but he remained unable to define it. Weird. Red rooms were the meat zone? Oh my god, the fucking meat zone! With the meat started right at the first apparition, it was likelihood the two elements are connected. A few airings of the setting production definitively removed it since it received complaints as too gory for younger audiences. Dude, the meat dimension? They thought that was a good idea. Oh. Hey, stop it. Get me back out of here. You can almost see someone trying to, like, break through yellow rooms. I don't think we can do anything in yellow rooms yet. Blue rooms? Up to now, blue rooms remained mysterious. Created by Jay as some sort of mental trial that could only be crossed with substantial mental health, blue rooms would... particular visions related to dizzying brutalism. Well, okay, dizzying dimension reminiscent of brutalism, but brutalism. Even remotely fragile could only stay there for a few moments, and they all mentioned a heavy feeling of sadness. Oh, hi. The corridor leading to the dimension itself was a challenge to cross, notably the cruel imps with a horrible giant with a distorted face. Managed to avoid them, they could step into the zone. Several images have been recorded, but the content makes every attempt to analyze them useless. Jay's page is on the matter. So this is like, you took kids, you put them in a game show that makes psychics, and actually it turns out that it's like an alternate dimension. What are we doing? What's happening? Meat rooms? Meat rooms? Meat rooms? Ah, Jay being Jester, by the way. Right after the first Jester left, a certain number of events happened, all meat-related. Apart from the panic concerning catering, several rooms in the castle were found packed with pieces of meat, taking the place of props that were supposed to be there. Even the crew in charge of scenery denied everything. The events blew out of proportion in increasingly troubling ways. Had to install security cameras on the set. It seems that the meat appeared on its own. Radical decision from Season 6, introducing three-dimensional scenery, has put an end to those manifestations. So there were 2D manifestations, which, by the way, there's the doors from the shield room where we could, I guess, go in the back of that. There's like a door back here. Hold on, actually, let's go back to shield room really quick. Yeah, see, it's this door that was, this chalice that was turned on, I guess. God, wait, so it was like 2D matte paintings that materialized meat. Huh. What happens if we hit help? It doesn't work good. Wait, hold on. Rooms help. Secret rooms help. What if I go to safe rooms and do help? Encounter rooms? No. I was kind of hoping it would trigger something. Also, the back button seems to be moving. Like, look. Oop. Ever so slightly. Well rooms would appear at random, originally built for the needs of the show. Prop painted by an artist. So I'm gonna cut this off at the 30-minute time frame. But this is genuinely one of the weirdest things I think I've ever played, and I'm probably gonna go wrangle some friends to, like, attempt to figure out what this is. I feel like I'm C keys. I feel like I'm... Oh, what was that? Clicking the audio? Purple dimension. No, okay. I feel like I'm both totally lost, but also completely pulled in. Bonus. Fan art credits. Let's check out the credits. Credits and acknowledgements. Alan Q. Smithy. Funny. Personal acknowledgements. 1999. To contact us, please click here. I assume this is an actual itch.io link. Fan art? Is this real fan art? Oh. Oh, where are we into the demon dimension here? I was like almost legible for a second. Weird. Merchandising? Even the merchandising page is broken. Board game? Okay, it's just a board game. I see the UI shifts here. What does it shift there? Maze Masters. There's like a... I think there's like a general guide for what everything means, and it's like chroma shifted. David Rowe art. DavidRowe.net. The guy who did the matte paintings? Okay, you didn't have to give him demon music, but... Wait. Interesting. There's the well. The snake. Dude, there's some really cool matte paintings. The meat rooms. Cool dragon. I wonder if we could actually enter some of these. Like, I know it's a point and click, but I don't think we can interact with any of the images, at least in a significant fashion. We haven't been able to find a way to interact with any of the images. Weird. Missing footage, third eye pictures, theories. Let's check out theories. Oh my god. Indigo children, shadow people, mind control cult, Tulpas? We're getting into the Secret Service and Pocket Dimension. Yeah, this is so much more than I can bite into in 30 minutes. Oh my god. It's 4 gigs, by the way. I forgot to mention. This is 4 gigs. So, there's a lot here, but like... Oh, let's check out some creatures. Oh, come on, no. Let me enter the skeleton. Where's the skeleton? There's wall eyes. Ah, we can't do anything here yet. Damn. Anomalies. I wanted to see the... Oh. 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 Hello, skull demons. Get me the fuck out of here, man. Get me out of the whack-ass demon prison. Oh. Wall monsters. Oh, thank god. Other bestiaries of legendary creatures. We'll check out wall monsters, and I think we're gonna wrap it up. I need to get friends together and bite into this. This is awesome. Devs, this is fucking phenomenal. I don't know how people haven't seen this. This is cool. It's like a weird point-and-click dimension where I've spent 30 minutes just reading lore, and I'm so intrigued by this. It's just so cool. Voice only for the barrier of the helmet. Spirit of the castle. They knew its history and had watched the adventures of all players. And they're all like, oh, early 3D. How dangerous they could become. Production crew insisted they were not to blame for the apparition of a face in the altar room in the season 4 finale. How are the production crews? Huh. There has to be like some sort of secret here that I'm not even scratching the surface of this. There has to be secret key codes and things that I can't even decipher here that require me to like just interact, and I'm just gonna need time. And unfortunately for YouTube, I can't really sit here and play it for 7 hours and just like A lot of that would be me, like, trying things and puzzles, but I will heavily encourage everybody watching this to go check it out. Or maybe we could all figure it out together. Who knows? It could be like a fun project. I don't know how deep this goes, but it's 4 gigs, so it's gotta go. This is probably the biggest itch.io game I've ever downloaded, so I expect something. Anyway, my name is Arco. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you don't. Check out the game down below. Devs, if you see this, man. Man. Yeah. Disappointed I couldn't click on the skeletons. We didn't even get to experiments. Maybe next time.